like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? Keyshawn here, back at you with another Ocean Universe What If. And this is going to be part 2 of What If Naruto was the recarnation of Dracula. From Castlevania, of course. Now, clearly, we're going to just do a quick recap and continue on. Now, what last happened was Naruto pretty much became the new Lord of Chaos, or you could say the new Knight, the new Vampire of the Night, you could say, of Dracula. He you could say, turned into a vampire, have the power to walk through the sun, and pretty much been doing a lot of things. Well, pretty much just not been doing a lot of things. He pretty much bit Hinata and turned her into a vampire. Didn't know that what he done. Thought he killed her, but he didn't. Pretty much, got her into a vampire mode. And also, he pretty much brought back the Uchiha clan, and they are dedicated and loyal to him now, and they look up to him as some type of god, including Fukaku and Naruto's mom. I mean, not Naruto's mom, Sasuke's mom and dad. And he pretty much showed his Sharingan eyes because he, you could say, got their blood. Now, a little bit last recap, and he brought back Shisui to pretty much, for his own game, you could say. Because, like I said, as Naruto get more blood or bring something back to life, and feeding the blood, he gets more knowledge and stuff. He gets smarter. So his strategies and stuff, he's getting much, more intelligent. But let's continue with the new parts. Now, Naruto's pretty much in the castle right now. Sorry about that. Just woke up. But Naruto's pretty much in the castle right now, sitting at his throne seat, thinking to himself, saying, "Now, how am I supposed to pass the bell test?" Now, this is where Naruto tells Death that he's going to head down and pretty much, you could say, teleport down. Now, as Naruto is walking and thinking, he's saying, "Where am I supposed to get the scroll?" As he's walking, this is where you could say Mitsuki comes to Naruto, and we're gonna say this is like a little bit in the afternoon because Naruto already did his schoolwork and stuff, and we're gonna say his chakra crystal is bad, but magic and stuff based on that, like magic and stuff. Naruto's getting good and getting the hang of magic and stuff, but his chakra control is pretty bad because of the Nine Tails. He never met the Nine Tails. Well, he did meet the Nine Tails, but he haven't really created a good bond with him yet. So Nine Tails Kurama is kind of being the ass and holding off the chakra for him. But pretty much, this is where Mitsuki comes up to him and say, well, you could say the instruction. Pretty much says to him, "Oh, hey Naruto," which Naruto says, "Hey." But Naruto knows that he wants something and asks, "What do you want?" Which he says, "You can pass the bell test if you can get the scroll for me, the sealing scroll," or you could say. Now Naruto already knows something's up, and he says, "Okay, I take your offer," and starts to shake his hand and starts to go get the scroll. Now Naruto pretty much flies there as a bat and takes the scroll. Now this is where he's walking on. This is where Hiruzen looks at him. Hiruzen looks at him, and he says, "What do you think you're doing, Naruto?" Now this is where Naruto looks at him with the red eyes and tells him to sleep, and Hiruzen falls asleep. As Hiruzen's falling, he's saying, "What? Did he use some type of jutsu?" and passes out. Now Naruto is pretty much, taking his time walking because he's not in no rush. Now, as he's making it to the forest, he looks at the scroll and he sees all the techniques and stuff. Now there's, you could say, a text that's only for you could say vampires in a dead language, or for the Chaos Sword. Now, this dead language, you could say, is from the Chaos Sword, just in case, because there was a, we're gonna say there was like a vampire, a vampire, a vampire that pretty much got out of there before he got bamboozled, and wrote the flippin' wrote a thing for Dark Lord, just in case if he returned. Now, as he is reading the thing, he's pretty much learning that there was a. Whew, sorry. Oh, what? Ah. ah. Man, did you just hate when you're still tired and you yawn? My bad. But let me continue. Pretty much, he he looks at it and it says, "To the new Dark Lord," or to Lord Dracula, you could say. It pretty much says this. Uh, if you're reading this, that means I have entered this dimension, but I have one thing to tell you. This place has chakra, which you can harness with your power to become unstoppable. As it's saying on and then, Naruto pretty much says, and it says touch the seal, which when he put his fingers on it, it pretty much breaks through his chakra. Now, what does it do to him? It pretty much links his magic and chakra together. So instead of like, oh, I'm gonna run out of chakra, I'm gonna die. It's more like, oh, I can use chakra and magic mixed into each other. So now, like instead of like, oh, I can use magic and I'm low on mana, and I can use chakra. No, he can use. It's pretty much he can use magic and chakra together to form crazy combos and stuff. Now Naruto is pretty much saying I feel great and stuff, and he starts to get going. Now you could say Naruto is looking at me saying X. All right. Well, where's my scroll at? I mean, well, Mitsuki asks, where's my scroll at? And Naruto saying, I have it right here. Do you have my headband? Now, Mitsuki is pretty much saying, making excuses and stuff, which Naruto says, well, you're not going to get the scroll until you give me the headband. Now, this is where Ruka comes in and says, Naruto, what are you doing here? Which, Naruto smiles and says, oh, I thought she told you. I was here to come give him the scroll so I can, become a junior. You could say higher up or pass a test, which Aruka's saying that's not how you pass. You were supposed to, which this means he throws a Sharin Shuriken and before Naruto can dodge it or catch it, Aruka takes the hit, which Naruto says, "You idiot! Why did you do that? Why did you take the blunt hit?" Now, this is where Ruka is, coughing up blood, saying it's okay, like it's fine. Now, of course, Naruto gets up, and he's pretty much saying, "All right, this is going to be the end," and pretty much start walking to Mitsuki. Now, Mitsuki is saying, "Back up, you nine tails, beast," and saying, and basically, yelling out, blurting out everything what's happening, like that he was a nine tails Cherokee and all that, and people hate him because it was a nine tails attack. This is where Naruto pretty much just slashed his throat. Now, as blood is, hopping, like gushing out everywhere, it's hitting on Naruto. Now, as Naruto, have the blood go in his mouth, he tastes it, and he starts to lick. Now, he grabs his, you could say he grabs his neck and starts to just put his nails in his throat and starts to drain more. Until he turns into a withered, dead bone. Just a withered power flesh, you can say. Meat bag flesh. Now, Naruto throws him on the ground. I pretty much cleans his, well, the blood pretty much absorbs on him. He pretty much absorbs the blood and cleans half of it off his face. And, now, as he killed him, he pretty much got information. The best information he can get of Orochimaru and everything. Now, Naruto goes to Haruka and heals him. And Haruka is pretty much, terrified. Terrified, you could say. And saying, what you just do, which Naruto says, what do you think I did? I killed him. If I didn't kill him, he would still try to take the scroll and go to Orochimaru, since I learned now about him, which he's actually, you just learned? Yeah, I did. Now, this is where, this is where Naruto talks to, you could say, Haruka, and Haruka, pretty much passes him. Not out of, out of respect, but with fear and respect. Now, Naruto, the next day, is pretty much waking up, and he goes to his, he goes and make a pack of cereal, or he pretty much goes sit at the breakfast table, and the maids are pretty much saying, "Oh, morning, Master Naruto," which he's saying morning. Now Naruto keeps forgetting that he is a lord, and he says, "Huh, I keep forgetting I'm a, I'm a vampire lord," and he's like saying, "I wonder what I can do." Have, have the maids do for me, and he's like imagining dirty stuff, and he's like saying, "Nice." Now this is where they make him like a good breakfast, like a healthy breakfast for him, so he can like it. And he pretty much eats it and says, "Wow, this is amazing! Like this is the best breakfast I've ever had." Like they made pancakes, waffles, like anything with fruit and stuff. How are they getting this stuff? Like I said, they dimensions and all that. They can get food from dimensions and stuff because they because of the castle. But pretty much, Naruto's eating, having a good meal and stuff. And the maids are like smiling and blushing, saying, "Anything for you, master." Now, Naruto goes. Naruto still looks at the time, and he realizes he has enough time. So he goes to his throne and sits down. And he's pretty much sitting down, and he pretty much goes and takes the seat at his throne, pretty much saying, I'm pretty much I'm pretty much tired now." Before he can go to sleep, the Uchiha comes in. The whole Uchiha compound comes in, and or you could say, Fukaku and Sasuke, mom and dad comes in and says, do you know a name of Sasuke?" Which Naruto says, "Oh, Sasuke Uchiha, you mean him?" Which they're saying, "Yeah, our son. Uh, do you mind? Can we like go find him and tell him that we're alright, and tell him that the Uchiha clan is back to life?" Which Naruto says, "Go ahead. You can go. You can go tell him that you're alright and you're fine. Just make sure to come back here." Which Fukaku is saying, "Thank you." Now, the Uchihas, they start, to come and start to. We're gonna say one of the kids starts to come. One of the Uchiha kids comes in and says, "Uh, Master, Master Naruto?" Which Naruto says, "Yeah." Uh, do you think we can? Do you think we can ever like get out the castle and go out and do things and stuff?" Which Naruto says, "Y'all can do whatever. Y'all can y'all can do whatever y'all want. If y'all want to go out and go see go see people and stuff, y'all can. I'm not holding y'all back." Which the Uchihas they're happy and stuff because they're scared. They're scared of Naruto, but they also respect him. But they just is afraid. Now, when the Uchihas are saying like, "You haven't really tell us. You told us that we're vampires, but what can we really do as vampires and stuff?" Which Naruto says, "Death." And Death comes out and says, "Can you please explain what they can do as vampires? Because I pretty much have to head to school now." Which he says, "Yes, Master Kishan. But also, I have a quick question." Now, Naruto says, "Yes, Death? About about a marriage thing. You're supposed to find a bride to make as your own. Have you ever to get you stronger? You must find what a wife to take in your hand, or to take to your hand, or a tin to your throne beside you." Which not just kind of blushing and saying, "What? For me to get you more stronger, I have to get a bride?" Which Death saying, "Ah, yes, master," pretty much smiling and saying, "How about that girl Hinata? I heard she had a crush on you. She could be your bride." Which Naruto is saying, enough talking, I just go. And he pretty much, teleports out. And Naruto lands back down, heading into the classroom. And he's pretty much thinking as he's taking a seat. Like in deep thought, you can say. Now, he's thinking, he's like thinking and looking outside the window. Like, you could say he's looking out the window but thinking at the same time. And everybody's saying, what's he doing? Why is he looking out the window? And as he's looking, all he's thinking about is like a bride that can be mine. I don't think Hinata really likes me like that to pretty much like yeah we kiss, but I don't think she would marry me for like turn her into a vampire. Now Hinata Hinata is pretty much looking at Naruto, pretty much worried of what's Naruto thinking and stuff. And this is where they call out the teams. Now all the teams are the same. Now when Naruto hears Sasuke Uchiha, uh, Sakura Uchiha, not Sakura Uchiha, my bad. That's sorry. That I was thinking about Sasuke and Sakura ever getting married and then their child. Actually, why is Sakura Uchiha? She's like, all right, whatever. But pretty much, yeah, pretty much Sakura, and then I think her last name is Sakura Haruno. Yeah, if I'm correct, and Naruto Uzumaki, which which Naruto gets up and says, my name is not Naruto. My name is not Naruto Uzumaki. It's Dracula, Saint Dracula, which he called himself Saint Dracula. I know, right? Pretty crazy, right? A saint? No way. Now, people are saying Saint Dracula. What? Now, we're gonna say this is a girl who we're gonna say this is a girl who hears this, and we're gonna say she's a Belmont. A Belmont girl? Now, a Belmont girl pretty much kills vampires. And she heard the name of Dracula before, saying when my master Dracula comes to this world, he's going to wreak havoc and stuff and kill everybody. Well, that's what the crazy vampire says, but that claim pretty much kills the vampire. Now they don't have the legendary whip or anything. They just killed the vampire by chopping off his head and pretty much just you could say stabbing the heart and burying him. And Dracula is a whole different thing, so you could say it's not gonna work. Now, whew, everybody's pretty much half of them laughing and stuff, and Naruto's saying, "All right, whatever." And he just goes to this team. Now, everybody's waiting for the thing, and Naruto is smiling to Sasuke, which Sasuke says, "What are you smiling at, you buffoon?" Which this is where Naruto says, I don't know why you getting mad at me. You should be thanking me for bringing back your clan." Now this is where this is where Sasuke looks at him in the most pissed off look and saying, "What did you say? You brought back my clan? Hey, don't make me end you." Which Sasuke says that. Naruto is smirking and pretty much grabbing Sasuke's hand, pretty much grabbing it and making him let go, which Sasuke can't do anything but just to feel the full blunt of strength that Naruto has. And Naruto pretty much put his hand down on you could say on the seat, their seat they're sitting on, and he says, "Why would I be lying to you or joking around, Sasuke? I legit brought back your clan. Your mom and dad, was supposed to look for you and talk to you. Hell, they was even supposed to tell you the clan is back to life. But I guess they never told you that, if I'm correct, right?" Which Sasuke is, not having it and not listening to his bullshit and stuff. Now, of course they're not listening to him and his bullshit, but this is where we switch to Sakura, and Sakura is pretty much being annoying or quite useless and saying, "Oh, Naruto, that's bullshit. Like, that's BS. That's bullshit. You're lying. Like, you're just trying to get to Sasuke, trying to make Sasuke feel bad for you because you're a Nine Tails." Or, well, we're gonna say the secret's out and people know Naruto is a Nine Tails Jinchuriki. because someone spilled the beans, or yeah, you could say. And Sakura is pretty much saying, "You're not just a brat. We all know that. We all know you're manipulating stuff and you're controlled by the Biju and all that." Which Naruto pretty much smacks her. You could say backhands her, and pretty much yeah, you could say backhands her to the wall, send her flying, making her have a little blade come out her lip. Now, she's pretty. This is where pretty much Naruto looks back at Sasuke and says, "Sasuke, I'm not lying to you. If you want, if you want to see the truth of the Uchiha being alive, just go, call my servant Death, and he will take you up to the castle to show you that your family's alive. I'll be waiting there. Of course, I gotta do some things, but yeah, go to the castle, and he will show you." Which Sasuke, you know, says whatever, but he's going to call Death and stuff and see if Naruto's telling the truth as he's thinking. Now, Naruto gets back up and comes to Sakura. He comes to Sakura pretty much, bending his knee in. He's pretty much you could say, giving her a kiss on the lips and saying, because remember, Naruto had a crush on Sakura. She treated him like fucking shit. I don't know why he had a crush on her, but hey, he had a crush on her. And he pretty much, kisses her on the lip, pretty much healing her wound and stuff. And she's blushing, and she pretty much trying to go smack Naruto, which he grabs her hand and puts it back down and continues kissing her. Now, Sasuke is, you could say, in deep thought, so he's not thinking of what Naruto's doing right now. Until he gets up and he sees Naruto kissing Sakura. Now, Sasuke is pretty much saying, no, Sasuke is pretty much about to say something until he looks and he sees Sakura is healed up. And he pretty much picks up Sakura and says, "Are you alright? I'm sorry for back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. If you hear a loud noise, don't worry about that. But yeah, pretty much he picks up Sakura and puts her back in her seat, saying, I'm sorry that I backhanded you, but you was really being, how can I say, annoying and useless. Now, this hit her differently. But he pretty much says, but you're a good kisser though. But she blushes. But she still thinks, I'm useless. Now, Naruto pretty much just hit her with that reality that says she was a good kisser though. Now, of course, Naruto gets back to his seat and sits down until Kakashi comes in. Now, Kakashi looks at the team and he looks at specifically Naruto. Now, he looks at him and he's saying, who is this kid? Because he doesn't know that's Naruto. Because Naruto looks much different now. Because his eyes is red, hair is black and long. He has longer nails. You could say a little bit longer nails. Sharp nails, you could say. He wears this outfit right here. And pretty much he looks like he knows everything. Like he's the shit. Like he can easily murk you without thinking about it. Now, he pretty much tells everybody to meet up to the rooftop, and everybody explains everything. Now, Sakura says her thing and her goals and all that stuff, but this is where she says something different, and I want to be strong for a person I have a thing for, which, well, for two people I have a thing for, which she's thinking about Naruto and Sasuke, because Naruto already hit her with that kiss and stole the kiss, but pretty much yeah. Now Sasuke is the goal. It's the same thing. The goal to kill Itachi, and also that's it. Now Naruto is different. Now Naruto gets up and says, "My name is Dracula, Saint Dracula, and my goal, well, it's quite simple: to not become the Hokage, but to become the lord of this world, and to make the world to be in true peace." Now, everybody looks at him and we're quite awed, because he said that with quite pride and lion, like a if you ever heard a lion roar, and you say, "Wow, that lion is he has so much pride and stuff," and I kind of believe he's gonna do it. Like I kind of believe he's gonna do it. That's what they believe in. Like they believe he can do it. You could say. Now Naruto pretty much sits back down, and Kakashi is pretty much giving a little bit, saying, "Wow, these are pretty strong suggestions. Suggestions you could say." Now Naruto is pretty much you could say pretty much. Whew, sorry. Yeah, Naruto is pretty much is sitting back down, and Kakashi pretty much says, "All right, well, that's it for today. But tomorrow y'all gonna do a bell test, and don't eat, when you get there, or don't, or you're gonna barf, which everybody agrees." Now, Naruto pretty much, everybody goes their separate ways, and Naruto is continuing walking as he calls him Death. Now, Death has appeared beside Naruto, saying, "Yes, master." And Naruto says, "If you hear someone calls you Death, and it's Sasuke, if you hear like a kind of goth, edgy voice, that's Sasuke. Okay, Death? Just make sure to take him to my castle and show them that his family and Uchiha is alive. Okay?" Which Death is saying, "What are you planning at, sir?" Which Naruto's saying, "I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to form an ultimate alliance with multiple clans. Maybe to have them as my family. A vampire family." Which Death is thinking about it, saying, that might be a smart idea. Okay. And he pretty much, asks, is there anything else? Which Naruto says, "No, there's nothing else. But you know what to do. These are your orders." Which Death says, "Okay. Yes, Lord." And pretty much goes on. Teleports away. Now we're going Naruto pretty much got the paper where these gravestones are at. And he starts to get going. Now you could say no. Naruto finds a Pacific gravestone, and this gravestones have not a name written on it, but it says he looks at the dead gravestones and he pretty much sees a name called Rin. We're gonna say Kakashi. We're gonna say Kakashi. We're gonna say Obito left Rin with Kakashi when she got pierced. Now Naruto pretty much looks at the body and looks at the gravestone and says, "Ren, huh?" And he's pretty much saying, "Huh, I'll just bring her back to life and see what she knows about Kakashi and what's his weakness." Because we're gonna say Naruto pretty much have some telepathy and or can hear or see through memories if he looks him in the eye and he sees Kakashi memories of everything. Well, kind of bits and pieces of a girl named Rin. So he looks for the gravestone. And he pretty much brings back Rin. Now Rin, she gets up, like, not dressed and stuff, and Naruto cover her. Now Rin is confused and, breathing all hard, saying, What happened? All I remember is getting pierced," which Naruto says, "It's okay." Now he's pretty much talking to her and, pretty much, talking to her and stuff, and telling her that she died and stuff, and she's pretty much saying, like, where's Obito, and, like, no, she's pretty much, saying, where's Kakashi at, like, is he still alive? Where's he at? Which Naruto says, yes, Kakashi is still alive. He's perfectly fine. Which she says, "Oh, thank God." Because, and she starts to cry because she remembers that Obito, he sacrificed his life to die, to, keep Kakashi alive and all that. Now, Rin is pretty much talking to Naruto and pretty much asking, like, how did he bring her back to life and stuff, and Naruto pretty much saying, I have my ways, but you're just back to life. Now, you could do what you want to do, like, you could go see Kakashi, do whatever and stuff. Now, she looks at her You could say she looks at her body and says, "Well, can you make me like a little bit older and stuff? Like I think I should be like about like 20 or something if I was alive." Which Naruto says, "Okay." He pretty much gives her gives her his blood. Now, as she's drinking the blood, her body starts to mature more, and you could say, I think 20, 23, at that age, and, she has the breasts and stuff. Now, Naruto pretty much snaps his finger and gives her some clothes, like creates some clothes for her. Now, Rin has an outfit now. Now she's looking. Naruto tells her, like, you can do whatever you want. You gave me like all the information I need, but if you need a place to stay, just make sure to call Def, and he can take you back to the castle, and you can know more about being a vampire and stuff. And Def will inform you and stuff. Now, Rin says okay and starts to head to Kakashi place, you could say, to go find where's Kakashi. Now, Naruto's looking around again, and he's looking for other Grimstones. This is where he sees the first Hokage and the second Hokage tombstones. Now, he pretty much feeds his blood and he wakes them up. Now, the two Hokages are both like Harashimaru and Tomobi? Tomobi? I forgot the second Hokage's name, but pretty much they're back to life. They're pretty much up, looking around, asking what the hell just happened and stuff. And Naruto is pretty much explaining to them like he brought them back to life and they serve him now. And they're pretty much looking around the same. So this is the Leaf Village. It's different. Now Naruto looks at the second Hokage and pretty much slaps him, pretty much punches him in his face. And he's pretty much getting up saying, "Why did you punch me in my face for?" Which Naruto says, "That's for the Uchiha. Since that one Uchiha Madara did that chaos, you blamed all the Uchiha and then you separated them. That would lead to their death. You idiot. Because Danzo initiated an order." Which the second Hokage is saying, "What? Danzo?" Danzo wouldn't. Which he pretty much looked at him with red eyes and saying, "Why would I be lying? Danzo caused the death." Because we're gonna say Naruto got information by killing Mitsuki, and Mitsuki was, tapped into secret things that he should not, and he got the information that Danzo was the guy who did it. Now, Naruto got the Senju DNA, and also got DNA from the second Hokage. He's pretty much saying, they serving to him, and they're pretty much laughing, saying, "Ha, okay." Like the first Hokage, he's pretty much laughing his ass off, saying, "Ha, all right, kid. I mean, I guess you're right, but let me go see stuff around here, stuff." Which Naruto says, "Go ahead, go see it now." The first Hokage, second Hokage, they start to go around, look around with you could say, armor, their broken little bit armor, but their body look like youthful, like they haven't aged a day or something like that. Now, as they're walking around, like one of the Ambu ninjas, they go to we're gonna say one of the loyal Ambu ninjas one of the ninjas goes to I think Fugaku? No. Hiruzen. Yeah, Hiruzen, and pretty much saying, "Lord Hiruzen, the first and second Kage, they're alive." Which Hiruzen is saying, "What? My masters?" Now this is where he gets up and starts to, you could say, puts on his armor. Puts on his armor because he doesn't know if they're like patrolled or anything, and he starts to head to them. Now, the first Hokage and the second Hokage, Izzy and Robin, is saying, "This is the best Robin I ever had." Which the second was saying, "I mean, yeah, we was dead for I don't know how many years now." And the first Hokage is laughing. Now this is where Hiruzen is saying, "Mentors, is that you?" Or Hiruzen is saying, "Mentor, is that you?" And they're pretty much looking and saying, "Oh, well, look like you age. Look like you age. How you doing?" Now, pretty much, Hiruzen's sharing a little bit of tears and saying, "I can't believe that you're alive. How can y'all be alive?" Now, they're about to pretty much explain that this kid brought them back to life, and pretty much saying that they're loyal to him now, and they're pretty much saying, Hiruzen is pretty much saying, "What is the kid's name?" And this is where the first Hokage pretty much says, "Oh, his name is Dracula, Saint Dracula." Now, the only thing you think of is Naruto, because Naruto pretty much in the classroom set that whole adjustment is saying, "My name is, my new name is like Saint Dracula or Lord Dracula." Now, as Naruto's pretty much going to more graves and stuff, he's pretty much bringing back some ninjas that was from the old world, like Senju and Uzumaki and stuff. We're gonna say there was an Uzumaki grave, but the other Uzumakis were somewhere else. Now, Naruto brings back Uzumaki, remember? And we're gonna say he was the leader of Uzumaki. And he's pretty much saying, "I only got enough to pretty much bring back one more person." Now, this is where, actually, no, he brings back, Kuchina. Pretty much brings back his mom. Now, as he brings back his mom, he doesn't know that he brought back his mom. And as his mom is tasting blood and stuff, she reopened up her eyes and pretty much looking, and she says, "Naruto?" Like, she's pretty much looking and saying, "Naruto? Is that you?" Which Naruto is like confused and saying, "How do you know my name?" Which she cries and says, "Oh my god, it is you." We're gonna say a mother tuition to know what their baby looks like or who's their child, and she has it. Now she runs and hugs her son, hugs her son, and she says, "Oh my god, son, you grew so much," which she's crying and stuff. Now Naruto's sharing some tears too and saying, "Mom, what? How did you die? What?" And she's pretty much explaining how it happened and how she died in the seal. You could say the Nine Tails, half of the Nine Tails, and her and the other Nine Tails died. Or you could say technically the other Nine Tails died, but he was just in the womb. You could say in the stomach, but not dead. Just was waiting for, you could say, 500 years to pass so he can be reincarnated into something else, or pretty much die with Kuchina, or just die with Kuchina. So when he brought her back to life, the Nine Tails got back to life too. Kind of as a hybrid monster vampire. Now, Kuchina's pretty much, trying to stand and she's tired, which Naruto picks her up and saying, "Well, we're gonna have, well, I have to take you back to my castle and you have to talk to me more. But first, let me get you to bed," which they head back to the castle. Now, Kuchina's in the bed, pretty much laying down, and he's tired. I mean, she's tired, and they're having a conversation, and here she is pretty much talking about, like, Minato and how he was the Hokage and stuff, and Naruto looks, you could say so much, a little bit, he got the looks from his mom, but also, you could say the intelligence from his dad. Now, Naruto's laughing, and she's laughing too. Now, Kuchina asks what happened to Naruto and why does he looks like that stuff, and he's pretty much, explaining to her that he's the new lord, he's the new lord of chaos and stuff, and all that. Not as Kuchina is like gasping, thinking that her son is like listening that he's the lord of chaos, but he's basically saying, "No, not like chaos of the world, but I could, but I'm not." And he's basically saying, "I'm going to become the lord of this world, Mom. I'm going to make all nations come in peace." Which she listens, Small just says, Minato always wanted to do that too. Now, Naruto asks where's Mental Grave, uh, which you could say Naruto's mom, Kushina, is saying that it was pretty much at this specific place because I wanted him to be buried at a specific space, not by me. Which Naruto thinks this is okay and knows where he's buried at. Now, Naruto said he's gonna bring back Dad, and pretty much starts to go. Rich Kushina is just laying in the bed saying, he grew up so fast, and pretty much just goes to go to sleep. Now, Sasuke is pretty much crying. We're gonna switch back. We're gonna switch to Sasuke, and Sasuke is pretty much crying as he hugs his mom and stuff, and they're talking and all that. And Naruto pretty much heads to his seat. Everybody's bowing. You could say everybody's bowing down, and also putting on a knee and saying, Lord, Naruto have came. Which Naruto comes to his seat and sits down. It's pretty much saying, what a tiring day. Now, this is where death comes in and says, so have you ever thought of have you found out which bride you wanna marry yet? Now, this is where you could say Sasuke says, so you actually wasn't lying about this whole castle and the Uchihas being alive. And Naruto looks at him and pretty much smiles and says, why would I lie to you? Now, they're talking and all that stuff, and this is where, Death is pretty much saying, well, are you gonna find a bride soon? Which Naruto says, listen, I don't think no one's gonna marry. First of all, no one's not gonna marry a nine-tails Shinchuriki. And two, which we're gonna switch to Kurama, and Kurama is pretty much saying, I don't know about that, Naruto. You got the looks. And he talks to us viewers because we're gonna say the Chaos can break through the third wall. And says, I mean, I could say for myself, like I could say to myself, guys, he could pretty much pull any girl off if he wanted to. Now this is where you could say Naruto is saying, why is everybody deaf? Why are you so persistent for me to get a bride? Until Hinata shows herself and says, like, well, before Hinata comes, Naruto says, no one's not going to marry me. And if I ask Hinata, she's not going to take my hand in marriage, which is where Hinata comes and says, who says that I won't take your hand in marriage? Now, Naruto looks and says, Hinata, what are you doing here? And this is where she says, Dad pretty much talked to me and said that you had to find a bride to get, you could say, to rule over the castle with and to get stronger. And she pretty much walks up to Naruto saying, listen, Naruto, I basically explained that she really had feelings for him and she liked him the most when they was like kids and stuff, and as they was growing she always looked to him, always looked at him and stuff behind the corners and stuff, which she's pretty much flaring up and about to like not to talking, about to like stop talking to him. Naruto runs up and hugs her and says, would you be my bride to rule over the castle with me? Which she smiles and says, yeah. And you could say they go for a kiss, a happy kiss, which everybody's smiling and saying, huh. Which this is where you could say Fukaku and Sasuke mother asks, Sasuke, do you have yourself a girlfriend or anything you think in mind? Which Sasuke blushes and says no. Now the next day comes in the bell test. Now Sasuke and Naruto is pretty much walking to the bell test and talking, and Sasuke is pretty much asking him like how they're alive, and he's pretty much smiling saying, well, they're vampires, you could say. Sasuke is pretty much saying they're vampires. hmm And Naruto's explaining like they have powers and stuff, and they're much stronger than usual, and they're super fast and stuff. But what they eat, they can eat food, but what they like, if they want to get nutrition, they have to feed off the blood and stuff to get you more stronger than that. Which Sasuke is thinking about asking Naruto to become a vampire. Now, whew, this is where you could say the first and second Hokages is coming up to Naruto and saying, "Ah, there you are. We was looking on road for you. We was in the Hokage office all day talking to uh, our student, our pupil, which Naruto says, "Oh, my bad. I was up in the castle." Which they say castle, and pretty much the castle starts appearing for the first and second Hokage. He says, "Oh, maybe we should have went up there and checked." Which the second Hokage said, "Do you think we can actually reach up there and get to the castle?" Which they both laugh. Which the first Hokage laughed. Now, Naruto is saying, "Well, we got to do this bell test to pretty much pass." Which the first Hokage pretty much tells him, "Oh, the bell test, I see." And he pretty much explains that he can pretty much do the bell test by himself, and the whole team can still pass and all that stuff. Like he tells him the whole system since he knows that. And what's the upcoming test that's going to happen after this? Which Naruto says, "Oh, thanks." Which the first Kage, laughs and says, "Anytime, kid." And this is where you could say Naruto calls him death, so they can go up to the castle and see the Uchiha and stuff. And we're gonna say some Uzumaki clan members, because Naruto brought some of them back, including Kushina, and also some other clans that are dead, that was in the village that died out. Now, Naruto. Now Naruto is pretty much is walking to the thing, and Sakura saying, "Oh, there Atsuba," which she's pretty much like saying, "Where's Kakashi?" And this is where Kakashi comes and says, "Oh, sorry about that. I was lost in the way of life doing all that," in which Naruto gets a laugh at, and the other two is just saying, this is where Kakashi is playing the belt test, and Naruto says, "Oh, I already know about the belt test. Me and Sasuke already know about the belt test, and we can." Yeah, he basically explained the whole system and stuff. Man, he's pretty much saying, "Well, shall we go then?" Which Kakashi is saying, "All right." Now, Sasuke and Naruto looks at each other. They kind of in sync with each other. So, no, Sasuke fired 2 fireball, which this is where Naruto summons, you could say, chaos balls at Kakashi, which Kakashi jumps over the whole massive balls that's coming after him. Balls, my bad, but pretty much come at them, and he jumps in the sky. Now this is where Naruto appears with a bunch of bats. Well, appears with a bunch of bats, and kids kick Kakashi down to the ground, creating a crater. Now Kakashi coughs up blood, saying "Ka," coughs up blood and saying "Ka," and getting up and saying, "I guess I'm gonna have to go serious," and lifts up his eye patch. Now, as he's showing the Sharingan, Sasuke is saying, "What? He has a Sharingan?" And Sasuke activates his one tumbling Sharingan, and he's trying to match with Kakashi. Now, Kakashi looks at Sakura and puts her in a Genjutsu, making her pass out. Which this is where Naruto runs at Kakashi, pretty much bodying him. You could say pretty much bodying him, like bitch slapping him left and right, like smack, smack, smack. As Kakashi can't handle it, and pretty much think of that scene from Dracula from Castlevania on Netflix. How Dracula was just bitch handling his son by left and right smacks and shit, or punches. Yeah, that's what Naruto's doing. He's pretty much just not doing anything. Not even using magic. He's just punching him left and right. and stuff as the cape is just, working with him. Now, this is where Kakashi like kicks Naruto back in. Well, kicks himself back and hits to a tree, which Naruto takes off his cape, and the cape pretty much, you could say, turns into like petals of roses, red roses, and floats away. Which he says, "All right, shall we go then? Shall we go again?" Which Kakashi, says, "All right then," and he pretty much creates two clones, which that drains a little bit much of his chakra. Now he's pretty much charging at Naruto, sends one clone at Naruto and charge at Sasuke. Now Sasuke is trying his best to hold off Kakashi's attacks and stuff, because like I said, Kakashi is more skilled and stuff. Now he pretty much, is whooping Sasuke ass with the other clone. Well, with the other clone. Well, with himself, and the other clone is fighting Naruto, which Naruto pretty much pierces the clone and says, "Ah, this is getting boring." And he pretty much is going to Kakashi. Now Kakashi is pretty much, you know, whooping Sasuke ass and sending him flying to a tree. Which this is where Ren sees the whole fight and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. This is where Naruto knees Kakashi in the stomach, and Kakashi coughs up, gasping for air, until Naruto grabs his face and, you could say, turn his vampire eyes into Sharingan vampire eyes with the sharp eyes and stuff. And he pretty much says, "Now feel eternal pain," and pretty much put him in this illusion where he's stuck seeing the memory of him just piercing Rin, but like him piercing Rin, and as he's like piercing Rin, he gets pierced straight in the heart too, and it happens over and over again. Now Kakashi is pretty much, you know, thinking it's a million years. Like Naruto made it as a million years over and over, and Kakashi hits the ground like gasping for air, like. Now Rin comes and pretty much says, "Kakashi," and Naruto is saying, "Oh, it's you." Now this is where, Rin says, "What did you do to him?" Which Naruto says, "Oh, don't worry. I only put him in the genjutsu and snap. It got him out of it. Pretty much snaps his finger and makes him out of the genjutsu." Now, as Kakashi reopens up and as tired and, you could say, beat up from that genjutsu, he pretty much sees Rin and he says, "Rin, is that you?" Which she pretty much, is crying and saying, "Yes, it's me, Kakashi." Now she pretty much goes for it and hugs him. Which Kakashi said, "Am I dreaming? Is this another genjutsu?" And Naruto is pretty much saying, "No, Kakashi, it's not a genjutsu. I pretty much brought her back to life when I was looking for information or something, or looking for information for you, trying to see how to beat you in this belt test." Now, Naruto pretty much has the belt in his hand, and he pretty much gives one to Sasuke, a full one to Sasuke, and splits the belt in half and gives a half and one to Sakura. Now Kakashi is pretty much, crying and talking to Ren and stuff, and saying that she missed a lot of things and stuff, and he missed her and Obito. Now, this is where Kakashi gets pretty much, Ren picks him up and says, "Y'all pass." Now, this is where Kakashi explains that, the whole speech and stuff, but make sure to bring Sakura into these occasions to help out too, which Naruto says, "Alright, I try my best." Now, this is where they go do some missions. Now, this is part 2 of What If Naruto Was Dracula. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, but gotta continue more other videos. But I'm Keyshawn Uchiha. Thanks for watching, and peace out, guys.